your left arm in, your left arm out, in, out, you shake it all about.
Welcome back to this vlog. I'm Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian, and here's something from a filmmaker whose work I've loved in the past. It's The United States versus Billie Holiday, directed by Lee Daniels.
Southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth.
Andra Day there playing Billie Holiday, giving a heartfelt rendition of her classic Strange Fruit, that remarkable song which for many years was the only acknowledgement in mainstream American culture that lynching existed at all. Sadly, this is a bland, stilted, TV movie treatment of Holiday's final years in the 40s and 50s, imprisoned on a drugs charge and officially harassed long after her release. The film is fatally compromised by its own misjudged and obtuse romantic fantasy. The film suggests that after a lifetime of abuse from men and a persistent campaign of victimization from officialdom, Holiday's emotional life was redeemed by a secret love affair with an undercover federal agent called Jimmy Fletcher, played by Trevante Rhodes. Now, Fletcher did exist, considered by Holiday biographers to be a real but minor figure in Holiday's life. There is something tonally very odd about elevating an imagined love affair to an accepted part of her life. A cloud of solemnity and reverence hangs over this, briefly dispelled by the music itself. Here is a very startling, very hefty documentary project from the New York artist and filmmaker CLICHE called I Walk on Water, an investigative meditation on the lives of the homeless, the marginal and the dispossessed in Harlem.
When she's a good guy, yes. When she's a bad guy, no. When she's a good guy. When she's a good guy. When she got all the girls, some my friends she stay. When she a good guy. When she a good guy, yeah. Whoever wants a Frenchman, wave a hand to the sky and say, when she never let you down, keep you warm a little long, yeah. When she's a good guy, yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. When she's a good guy.
This is a challenging, difficult film in many ways. It's the sort of thing that gets described as immersive, although its sheer length, 3 hours and 19 minutes, means that inevitably its audience will occasionally lose attention and de-immerse. But its length is what gives it its texture, and the film is actually asking profound questions about what it is like to be the people featured here, living outside the framework of connected prosperity. It's a real treat to turn to this next film, which actually isn't out until next week, but never mind. It's STYRENE, I Am a Cliché, the story of the punk legend, directed by her daughter Celeste Bell. siren wail of Polystyrene's voice was the authentic sound of punk, derisive, subversive, yearning and romantic. This film gives us her upbringing in Hastings in the 60s as a working class woman of colour with a white British and Somali background, who is ecstatically converted to punk on seeing the Sex Pistols play live, and changes her name from Marianne Elliott to Polystyrene and forms X-Ray Specs. She unleashed a string of punk gems like the BDSM liberation anthem Oh Bondage Up Yours, but later fell prey to depression and bipolar disorder. This film tells us about the troubled but ultimately moving relationship with her daughter, and this hugely talented woman emerges as a punk superhero. Okay, that's it. Please give this vlog a like and a share on social media. Please read my selected reviews entitled The Films That Made Me. And please subscribe to this channel and leave a comment to say you've subscribed and tell me what your favourite film is. See you next week.